What's up, lads and ladettes? How are we all doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. So, yesterday I was struggling with basically thinking about what videos that I wanted to make, and then as I was, chillaxing this morning, I decided that I wanted to kind of go into more information-y and go into just different topics that I don't really see touched on at all when it comes to stuff. And I figured I wanted to start with the most annoying one that plagues my mind a lot. And as I will show you, it's not really something to worry about. And it's something that, maybe we should just not worry about as much. But that is markup. Specifically, markup of weaponry. Now, if you're like me, you absolutely detest the idea of spending markup on things, so you would absolutely love to get your hands on an unlimited item in order to not have to deal with that pesky markup. But it's actually not that bad, and I'm going to show you an example of why it's not so bad, and why the limited weapons are probably a better option for nearly everyone, just due to the absolute insane cost of unlimited items. Let's look at this DOA strike hammer, for instance. The efficiency isn't even that good. Yeah, it's high tier value and all that sort of stuff, but we look at some of this stuff and it's just it's a little bit more how do we put this? It's a little bit more. It's not good. It's not good, okay? It's just, the markup is absolutely insane. And because of that mindset of I hate spending money on markup, I then thought, wait a minute, the unlimited stuff is insane markup. So what am I actually complaining about? So let's have a little bit of a dive into how much it costs us to buy, for this instance, and utilize an R-Matrix BC15. Now, I highly recommend you guys do your own research, take what I say with a grain of salt, and also utilize all of the various information pathways that are available to the Entropia wiki, your mentor if you've got one, talk to people in your society, all that sort of stuff. So remember, always do your own due diligence, do your own research, and all that good shit. But for today, we're going to be looking at the BC15, and specifically these ones here that are for 14.29% markup, and are 5 PED in markup. That's what we're going to look at. So, if we pull up the market value quickly, we can see that it tends to stay around the same sort of thing, not really fluctuating a whole hell of a lot. It will fluctuate due to certain things being of a higher tiering rate quality, but for the most part, it tends to sort of stick at the same sort of markup. And if you hear a little bit of snoring, that's my doggo. She's sleeping. I'm not going to disturb her. So if you hear a little bit of snoring, you can forgive the doggo. So, I have already taken the liberty of doing the math, and we're going to run through the math right now, and we're going to look at the BC15's sort of stuff. So first we're going to pull up the BC15 here, and as you can see, it does 33 damage per second. In order to max out this weapon, you do need to be level 20 and not level 15. But level 15 to 20, you do get a skill increase bonus. You do get to gain additional skills, but you will be sacrificing the overall efficiency of the weapon, but you'll be gaining skills, so you really got to weigh that one up within yourself. Now, here are the stats. Hopefully you can see them just fine, I hope. But what we have here is the total cost, total TT cost, which is 35 PED. That's the amount that it is fully, all the way up in full TT cost. The markup cost, which is 40 PED. The total markup spent is 5 PED. Now, if we were to look at this as its singular sort of spot, you're going to look at that and go, well, we're spending an extra 5 PED on the markup of the weapon. Like, what the hell? Like, why don't I just you know, grind out a few dailies and get a daily weapon, or why don't I just get an unlimited weapon so I don't have to worry about spending the markup every single time I do it. But let's get into the nitty-gritty and actually see how much markup we're spending to utilize the weapon in its entirety, from max TT all the way down to cannot use it anymore. So for that, we need to look at its basic information. So what is the decay? The decay is 0.583. Okay, which you won't be able to see, but that is in the very good durability sort of range. The ammo usage is 719 ammo usage, so that's the ammo burn. Total cost per use, 7.773 pec. That's every time you pull the trigger. The total uses is 6,004. Now, to get the total cost to use this gun from start all the way down to burning it right at the end, you need to grab, you basically need to grab the PEC value and then just times it by that. So you go 0.07.773, and then you times it by 6,004, and then you get your total cost until broken, which is 466.69092 PED. But then, right, then all you have to do is, once you've gotten that, you just see how much markup you spent and then weigh it against the total usage. And in the end, total markup actually spent, let's say we're not using any armor, we're not using anything, just the gun going out and pew-pewing stuff. We're only spending an extra 1.07 PED. Oh, sorry, 1.07% of the PED spent, right? Because, you know, 5 PED, this is a little bit less than 500, so yeah, it's a little bit more than 1%, but that is the total markup we're actually going to spend. Now, it doesn't seem so big, it doesn't seem so harsh. This 1.07 PED, I keep saying PED, 1.07%, this 1.07% is far, far smaller in reality than this, you know, 5 extra PED from 35 PED to 40 PED. Oh no, it's actually not that bad. And if we were to consider everything about the game, and if we were to consider the fact that a lot of bigger, you know, bigger hunters and all that sort of stuff say, as long as you find the right profit mob, you can get around about 105% back. So if you are able to find these quote-unquote profit mobs, whether it's a mob that drops unlimited piece of weaponry or armor or amps or whatever, or drops rare, not rare, but like expensive markup items, you know, like maybe some higher tiering components and all that jazz. Once you take everything into account, the markup is not something to worry about. So that's going to be me for today, guys. I just wanted to make this video to show that it's not as big, not as scary as one might think. Hope you enjoyed. If there's anything you want to add to the conversation about markup of weaponry and all that sort of stuff, feel free to put it in the comments section below. You all take care, stay safe, stay happy, and I'll see you all in the next one.